So this is a quick tutorial about calculation of the resultant of two forces, and it's question 1C from the book A-Level Physics by Roger Muncaster, 4th edition, and this series of questions is on page 7, and it's 1C. We have a force of 50 newtons and we have a force of 40 newtons at 110 degrees to that 50 newton force. Here's our 50 newton force. Here's our 40 newton force, and we have an angle of 110 degrees there. So using the principle of calculation of the addition of vectors using a parallelogram, we can draw that side of the parallelogram there in parallel to the 40 newton force. Just finish the arrow, and then we can draw the resultant by joining those two corners like so. That will be 40. This angle here, because that line is parallel, is going to be 110 degrees, since this is an extension of that straight line. This internal angle here is going to be 180 minus 110, which is 70 degrees. Now, knowing that, we can invoke the cosine rule, which says, if we call that resultant r squared is going to be equal to 50 squared plus 40 squared minus 2 times 40 times 50 times the cosine of 70 degrees. Okay, so that is equal to 2500 plus 1600 minus 2 times 2000 times the cosine of 70. Just work out the cosine of 70. Calculator is. So cosine 70 equals 0.342. So that's 4,100 minus 2,000 times 0.342. So times 2,000 times 2. And so we then put 4,100 minus that equals 2,732 rounded up. So take the square root of that to get r. And we get 52.26. Or if we round it up to 3 significant figures, 52.3. Okay, so 52.3 for r. Now we need to work out this angle here. So let's make a little bit of space for that. And to work out that angle, we can, whoops, it's got a mind of its own. We can invoke the sine rule, which says that r over sine 70 is equal to 40. Now let's call that angle beta. Okay. if we rearrange that equation, we can see that sine beta is equal to 40 times sine 70 over r, which is 52.3. So going back to the calculator, let's clear all that. We have 40 times sine 70 equals 37.5877 divided by 52.3 equals 0.71. So sine beta equals 0.7186. And so beta is the arcsine of that sine to the -1 of that, which is equal to 45.9 degrees. And that really gives us a complete description of the resultant force, because we know its magnitude is 52.3 and its direction relative to the 50 Newton vector, I didn't label that, is 45.9 degrees, and relative to the 40 Newton vector it's going to be 56.1 degrees, but really just describing in terms of its position relative to the 50 Newton vector gives a complete description of that vector. Okay, thanks very much for watching and listening. Thank you.